Out
you
to
outside.
Jay Short with the super chat. He says, Jay-Z still the big joker with a question mark? Yes. I think
Yes.
so. I think in this climate, obviously,
Unequivocally.
okay, if you want to say Nas is the big joker and Jay-Z's the little joker right now for, lack of a better term, fine. But if we're talking about featured verses and who is waiting to, because I think we've all agreed that with the output that Nas is putting out there, we need to hear something from Jay. So at that point, that makes him the biggest draw, right? And he's Jay-Z.
I
Why do
mean, I
you
think
play that card so early? I would have to ask the people at Def Jam or Pharrell or whatever, like, why does that neck and wrist card get played before there's even a date for the album?
I mean,
That's
okay,
the thing.
like Mike, it's like you playing Hold'em, and it's like, well, you got two sevens, and on the flop another seven drops, so you got three of a kind,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and
Now we talking poker.
right, but Mike, that's not when you put all your chips in the middle of the table.
Right.
You wait for one more card to drop and see what it looks like, see what it's hitting for.
That's what you got to do. And I
Then
don't understand how this was played. I just don't. I guess they didn't, I'm going to keep it real. They didn't see Kendrick coming. And I can't fault them because I've sat here on this microphone and said Kendrick's done. So they clearly didn't see Kendrick coming. I
keep
truly
that.
believe, and many of you guys who are saying that we're overreacting to this, do you not think if they knew that 10 minutes after Pusha T was going to give his album release date, that Kendrick Lamar was going to give his, do you think if they knew that information ahead of time, they would have handled this differently? I think so. I think
Absolutely.
if they knew that was a possibility, this rollout would have been totally different.
And also, too, you want to know what? And I thought about this. Even if he were to go back and change things right now,
Mm-hmm.
that would kind of be giving Kendrick, like a nod. Kind of like, well, damn, because he did that, I got to go do something.
Well, he doesn't have to. We've seen it. I mean, and I know somebody earlier in the chat was asking, like, who are the people saying Kendrick has album of the year? Whether it's Twitter bots or whatever, that's everything people could talk about on Twitter. And
I
if y'all want
mean,
to go back and forth with Coop on Twitter, his Twitter is at the bottom of his name there. It's at Coop underscore A2HH. But yeah, I mean, look on Twitter. And even look under Pusha T's post about his album release. People are saying stuff like, we don't care. Kendrick's coming. That's what people are
really?
saying. I'm just
Really?
saying.
On
That's
his
what,
page?
that's what people are saying.
Oh,
It's not, I mean, I disagree. But again,
very disrespectful.
the fact that you're able to be put in a situation like that, it shouldn't have happened like that. And that is exactly why these long, drawn out rollouts are prehistoric, they're extinct. I never want to see it again. I'm sorry. I never
That's your
want to
man.
see it again.
Listening to your mans and them. Mm-mm.
I don't know whose idea this was. I don't know. Again, it sounds like, and I hate to blame Pharrell, but from
That's what
these
it's.
interviews that we're hearing, when we keep hearing this notion that Pharrell wants Pusha to be something bigger than a mixtape or whatever that is, a mixtape artist or whatever he's saying, it sounds like, okay, let's do a different approach. Let's do this in a traditional way, a big rollout. That sounds more like Pharrell's way of thinking. I could be wrong. Could be a Def Jam thing. Either way, I feel like Push got sabotaged. I mean, to the fact that Def Jam is sending out all of these advanced copies. Cool. Since we've been doing this over the past few years in the streaming era, have you ever heard anybody getting advanced copies of anything?
I didn't even know you could still do that.
That shit is crazy to me,
I
man.
didn't
That's
know
so
that.
2000, man. They got CD
That was
players.
a thing. What are they thinking? Let me tell you what.
Shit is crazy.
This shit is crazy. Like this is what Common say on the city. This ain't '94, Joe. We can't go back.
Right. This
Right.
is
What are we doing? What are we doing? Like you sending advanced copies of this, like to labels, like for other rappers to hear,
to
and like
other rap. Right. In
Like,
today's time, we all are hearing the same shit at the same time. It's not like back in the day where you send an advance copy to the Source magazine so they could actually write an eloquent review for the album and actually sit there and listen to it. Why the fuck does anybody need an advance copy in this day and time? Why?
for what they gonna do?
Shit
What are
sounds
they
like
gonna do?
sabotage to me.
Shit is very problematic. I don't like
Like,
it at all.
why? I mean, really, literally, why are advance copies going out? Somebody in the chat, let me know why somebody would need an advance copy of a project in the streaming era.
What are we doing? What are we doing? This shit is so problematic. I don't think people are understanding us. It's like they are literally rolling out this album like it's 2001.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Kendrick's not going to do that because Kendrick's living in 2022, and the people at Interscope don't make missteps like that. They don't. They are the best marketing geniuses in music. The
So
people
this
at
is
Interscope, they probably saw what was going on, and they're like,
they're laughing. They're laughing.
let it fly.
You're like, let me show you operationally how this corporate business structure and model works on a modern day rollout for our biggest rap artist. Hello, motherfucker.
Jordan House says Mike made a good point a few weeks back saying that Andre's verse on It's Okay with Slim Cutter Calhoun is a precursor to Kendrick's vocal approach. I
Yes.
wouldn't even say precursor. He took that whole style and ran with it.